Hey guys. And he was kind of beating all around the bush, and he said the reason was because really the person he has back home is his fin-dom, and that she's finding. And I was like, what? That's a thing?
But there's applying it, and then there's the actual action of communication.
Right.
Like when you discipline a child, you tell
Keep going. And then when we do it, you gotta say, "Scissor me, daddy," like that. All right?
No, you know.
This is
Different.
not the fucking thing to do. Like,
They think that's normal.
I got you, like, buddy.
I can't.
Hey, help her.
Minutes later, I see a pizza slide under my door. No contact. Like, I'm good.
You see the pizza slide under the door with the hands, and your fucking hand slam down on top of it and grab his.
We have an initial physical type of what we like to see initially, because our eye is always drawn to something. I can see a tall guy, big and broad shoulders, and I'm like, ooh, nice. But if he talks to me, and I'm gonna be like, maybe not. Okay, so Mike, until we get the rest of the guys in, do you want to start with your first question for us ladies? First of all, are you drinking a Capri Sun?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. First things first, what is happening?
All right, I'm here. Hold on. I'm in check. Can you hear me? Basics. Nod your head in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. You can hear me. That's all that matters.
Yes.
All right. Your camera's fine now. I was sending something in the chat like, "Hey, check your camera," because it was moving in like slow motion. You was like,
Oh, really?
I was
That's
like,
crazy.
"Oh, okay." You moving like that? I was like, "All right, cool."
I know.
cool.
What was going on? Why was that so robotic?
I don't know. I don't know.
Am
All
I
right.
moving in slow motion?
It was just a little bit. It was moving just a little
Is it
bit. Not
doing it?
now. No.
Okay.
No. It was only doing it in chat. See how I'm doing it now? Like it's me.
Oh, that's
Not to be
crazy.
me. Yeah, it's just, ticky tock. But anyway, welcome to We Got Questions. I'm one of your hosts, one of the co-hosts and provider of this thing, Mr. Hennessy, joined with the other co-host and the provider of this thing, Miss Basically, Just Basically.
Hi.
Hello, Miss Cynthia. Welcome. Oh, Cynthia. Yes. Welcome, Miss CRV. She's from the TikTok side of things. I think it's Cynthia. I think it is. Let me just make sure that I got it right. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. But we got fun topic today. We talk about them things.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I know you are. You're definitely excited about this. I actually wanted to do this topic with you. It's like one of the okay, got it. Cool. I'm right. All right. So this is Basics topic, and I love this topic. This is crazy because this is like our origins almost of how we even started talking and met in the first place.
Yeah.
Talking movies.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about Marvel movies, all that shit behind me, all over there, and all that. She was talking about this. So
Yes.
what?
I also have my own little backdrop in my office.
Let me refresh. I'm gonna refresh.
Okay.
So hey, you see I'm ticky? Can you see I'm like kind of ticky?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back, peoples.
Okay. So as Mike was saying, we'll wait till okay, y'all. That was all over the place. As Mike was saying, oh wait, y'all can see my wine bottle. We'll talk about this in a second. As Mike was saying, tonight we're talking about movies. We're doing a recap, our 2023 recap of movies that we watched and that we loved, as well as movies that we're excited about and that are coming in 2024. What's up, Charlie? And Mike's right. We met in my live talking about movies. I was probably doing a rant or ramble about Marvel, and Mike probably stumbled in on a random person.
Exactly what happened.
Talking about Marvel movies, which I tend to do a lot. But movies is kind of like, can movies be a hobby? I don't know if it's like a hobby. I love movies. I love to like watch different. The only movies that I don't really watch are comedies. Like I'm not big on comedies, and I'm not big on like like rom-coms and stuff like that. I'm not big on those. I'm an action girly, but I will watch a good thriller and a good drama.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
I'll ask that in a second. Go ahead.
I love a good movie. It's kind of like my thing. I could talk about movies all day, honestly. Like that. If we ever need like something to hold a conversation with me about, let's talk about a movie. That's just kind of that's like my alley. So I think Mike was trying to like give me something that he knew I was gonna love. He's like, she's gonna love talking about this. We'll just give her a little something, make her happy. Because yes, and I told Mike I have notes. And when I say notes, y'all,
The fact that you got notes is fucking awesome. Like,
I have notes.
that is dope. I like the fact that you got notes.
So, no, I don't want anyone to feel like they just have to sit here and listen. If you guys have opinions on certain movies or you have suggestions about certain movies that you watched that maybe we have not mentioned, please bring them up. If you have like any opinions of what you think about any of the movies that we are talking about tonight, we want to hear what you think about them, what your personal like opinion was. If you haven't watched it, and we're also going to do our best. I know I have done my best in my notes to try not to spoil the movies for you. But if there's anything that you have watched that we talk about, please feel free to talk about it. If anybody hasn't watched it, we'll do our best not to spoil it and give away too many like details of exactly what happens in the movies, but give you kind of a synopsis so you'll know what the movie is about. And if you should want to check it out, you can.
You should.
Yay, movies are your jam. They're my jam too.
Who's that? Hold up. Post it up on the screen because I can't see nothing yet.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. So
You might be on duty for that one.
no, she was saying movies is her jam. They're my jam too. I love movies. It's kind of like my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, while we're here, because it's in the. So I was trying it out. Mike, I was trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Will's here. What's up, Will?
Which Will?
Dreamer from TikTok.
Let me see. I gotta see
He's
the
up there.
names.
I was trying to
What's going on?
in Mike's shoes and try Stella Rosa tonight, which is
Hey,
it's honestly punch. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not real, like it's not liquor, it's punch. I'm sorry. It's like a mocktail, if you will. There's 5% alcohol in this bad boy. There's no way anybody's getting
I'll be fucked up with that.
What? It's literally 5% alcohol in here. But I was like, I'm gonna try it. But since I know that I have to talk a lot, I don't want anything that has a lot of alcohol content in it. But we're gonna try it. But I tried a new like this flavor. It's pineapple chili. Hey, Chris, how are you?
What's going on, Kristen?
So first
Kristen
of all,
bad as shit.
it
Kristen
tastes like
bad.
juice. It's so crazy. First of all, this tastes like juice. Okay. Second of all, I don't taste the chili. I don't. They were tricking me, and it also smells like beer. So we'll see how we get through this because I'm not exactly excited about it. It's not giving what I was hoping it would give. We'll just say that.
It's because you're drinking the wrong one. I said black.
I've tried the black before. It's still punch. It's black punch.
You got it.
This is a Red Bull, so this is not even it. I had to like switch over from it to like a Red Bull just to get that. Maybe in a few minutes I'll like it. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm making sure that all the peoples get the stuff so they can bring their booty cheeks over here and come hang out with us over on this side of the town. Anyway, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm just gonna show you.
Are you starting? Oh,
Chris
hey guys, and Mike, don't get me started. Hey, look, man, don't get me started. But we're gonna continue going forward. No, I'll pick it around. But yes, listen. Most of the people in my life are some beautiful fucking people. Period. Like beautiful people. Cybercat, damn, Cybercat. What's going on? What's going on? How are y'all? Welcome to the We Got Questions podcast. So, hey, right, basic bad as shit. I'll knock somebody out. They fucking basic the wrong way. But anyway, so we are talking the fun stuff. Let me post it up for everybody to see what we're talking about. We are doing recaps of the movie from the past year. That way, we're going that way. We're going to the left. As you know, left is like going backwards, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Left is like going backwards. So we're going backwards.
Traveling back in time for a little bit. We're going to talk
Spiraling back in time.
And then we're gonna travel into the future.
Going to the future, the up and coming movies,
You
and what
got
we're looking
some
forward to.
movies to come.
I think I need an extra O in that too, but it's all good. We know what we're talking about.
So I try to also pick movies that are available for you guys to watch now.
My God, Nick, God damn. Go ahead, keep going. I ain't talked to you in a minute. Welcome to the show, good brother.
And that you can easily find. And so I also tried to add in here like where you can find said movies so that you can watch them. I'm gonna start off with one which I'm sure that most of us have probably seen. If not, you can watch it easily. It just came out on Netflix. It's Equalizer 3 with Denzel Washington.
That shit was fire, yo.
It was very good. It was very, very good. You can find on Netflix, of course. It's Denzel's. He's bringing back that character, Robert McCall, who's this badass dude who just killed people like so super easy, like with no effort whatsoever. Like he's sitting there chilling, and he's like, he set the timer on his watch. You got like 9 seconds, and then the next thing you know, you're dead. Like he just shot you in the eye, and like killed everybody in the room. You're like, what the? Okay.
Can I say something about that real quick?
Yeah.
Let's really pay attention to this movie. Listen, I'm gonna say this now. One of my guys that's on here, Miss Smith, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. My guy Nick, he's Nick. This is like their lane in a way, and Nick will know what I'm talking about when I say this. If you still watch it, Nick, this shit is hilarious. Let's look at that movie. Who was the only person to put hands on Denzel in that movie? And they ain't even put hands on him. He busted him in his ass with a bullet.
The little boy. That's
the
it.
little boy was the only person that touched on the whole movie. He literally went against a whole gang, and
he literally be so smooth with it, right? Because one, I think, okay, so here's why I like it. Like, first of all, it's very much Denzel being Denzel, just like I feel about Liam Neeson. Like, it's Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson, right? However, it's Denzel being Denzel, right? But he always give you a warning, but it's like a warning that you can't ever meet the time. He's like, you got 9 seconds to do what the fuck is happening? Because like a 9-second timer starts the clock watch. You're probably still trying to process what the fuck he just said, and then everyone in the room is dead. He's like, you have 9 seconds to decide what you're going to do. And I'm like, I don't even have time to think about what you just said to me. Like, I'm still trying to process what the fuck is going on here. I got 9 seconds. Oh, everyone's dead. And you just shot me in the ass. The way he shot that first dude in the ass, the first scene was so like disrespectful.
Yo, he
got down low and looked like, yeah, okay. Killing him good. It was like that.
Yeah.
But I was talking to my friend about what I love about this movie in particular is that usually in movies like this, like you think the protagonist, which would be Denzel, would do something to like the bad guys, and then they're gonna have some time to get some retribution. No, when he says he's going to kill you, he means he's gonna kill you immediately. When he started with the gang and they knew who he was, like I was like, oh shit, they're gonna come back, they're gonna try something, like something's gonna happen. When I say literally a minute later, he didn't even give them a chance. He had already killed up some people. I was like, well, fuck, okay, they don't got. Nobody has any time to like get back. They think they're gonna get him back, but like they don't. He gets right to the killing, and then in and out, right to the killing.
You know what makes it crazy is like everything you're saying about that movie. It's one man threatening a gang full of motherfuckers.
Yes.
Not just one. He threatening a whole gang, and he makes these motherfuckers run away. I'm not being. Let's be real.
Yeah.
What black dude you know over in goddamn where were they at in
Italy?
In Italy, he's sitting there drinking his tea, doing his little routines that he do every day, and it's all these people. The one black dude got everybody in fear.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like this might be the last installment, but we never know. You never know if he's gonna reprise it again. But I feel like
money, right?
Installment. I do know, and here's my question for everybody: how do y'all feel about the series, The Equalizer, with Queen Latifah? Do you feel how has anyone seen it?
I have not seen it.
How do you feel about it?
You lost your mom. I'm sorry. Oof.
But yeah, I just want to know, like, did anybody feel like the whole plot of the whole thing was lost in the series?
Right. Yeah, that was Dakota Fanning, wasn't it? I did not know that was Dakota Fanning until I started looking. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm like, she don't look like that little weird kid no more. Because I swear she looked weird to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're talking about what's her name?
Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the last one. It could be. He looked like he was having a good time. Don't make another movie because you know what that means. Somebody gonna lay hands on him, and I ain't trying to see that. Let him go out. Let him go out with a flawless victory. Like,
okay.
Yeah, let them go out.
It did kind of give Man on Fire vibes. I thought it was cool that they brought them back together. You know what I mean? I thought it was interesting. I don't know how I feel about. So here's my thing, y'all. With the series, so first, let me just be honest. I haven't watched not one episode, but I don't. You cannot have. First of all, what was the point? What was the point of doing a series that's nothing like the movie? I have yet to know. I don't know if Queen Latifah killing up people like him. Like, you cannot have this. You cannot have this movie with this kind of character and then have a series that's nothing like it. That infuriates me. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it unless it's like the same vibe. I have no desire to see Queen Latifah run around in a long leather coat on a motorcycle. That's not what that's not what I want to see. I want to see instant shooting. I want to see a 9-second timer and everybody in the room is dead. That's what I want.
You need bullets in the ass. I feel you. Hold on.
Right. You've watched the whole series. How do you feel about it? Is it anything like
I see what you're saying.
The series is more like the original. Okay. Okay, so that makes more sense.
I'm coming over to that.
I did not know. I found this on the web. Okay, Siri, relax.
Your Siri over here listening to you.
You're nosy. I did not know that there was an original TV series, but now I have to check it out. And then that makes more sense to why they decided to do it. Because all I had in my head was the movie. And so I was like, if this is not going to be anything like the movie, I don't want to watch it. That's just how stubborn I am. But, you know.
And what is that again?
Equalizer. Apparently there's an original series. And now, you know, Queen Latifah is currently playing the Equalizer on, I want to say it's CBS. So she's on it.
I would have to watch it and see. I know nothing about the Queen Latifah version of things.
You like the original? I didn't even know there was an original.
Yeah, I know nothing about Queen Latifah version of it. I can imagine it's probably dope as fuck though. Like, honestly.
Now I feel like you know.
I'm trying to watch a new movie, so
yeah.
I feel like this shit.
Do you want to go with one of yours, or do you want me to continue? I got another one.
So I'm gonna pick mine. I want to pick mine. All right. So one of the movies that I enjoyed a lot last year, it was Spider-Man Across the Universe. I thought that shit was so fucking dope for what it was. It just I like the ethnicity in the movie. I like that it isn't just a Spider-Man is just this. Like they showed every version of Peter Parker. They showed the women versions of Spider-Man, Mexican versions, I think it's Asian versions of them, like pig versions of them. Like there's so many different versions of this Spider-Man. Like it was so dope that they did it the way that they did. And what I like is that he stood out of all of them. Like he literally didn't think like the rest of them did. That one Peter Parker is like trying to get him to think the same way the others think. And it's like he was like on some shit. Like y'all not, I'm trying to save my dad. You know, I don't want him to die. And he's like, oh, some things have to happen. No, the fuck they don't. He like, hey, no, they don't. Bitch. That's how I would have felt. I'd be like, bitch.
Right.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Mark, was they not? Oh, that was Spider-Woman. Yeah, I was going crazy. I was like, God damn, if I could be a Spider-Man for one day, my Spidey senses is tingling.
No, it was so good. And I meant to look into when the next one comes out. But
it probably won't be out till at least 2025, 2026.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be really good. My daughter at the movies first, and she was like, "You have to see it." So my daughter's not a movie person. For me to be such a movie person, she does not like movies.
We're glad to have a talk with little mama.
Right. She actually went to the movies to see this one, and she loved it. So she was the first person who told me about it, and I watched it actually when it
said it got postponed.
Oh, the third one got postponed? Oh, that's crazy. I watched it when it came out. What is it on Peacock? Maybe that it's on right now.
What's that?
Spider-Man. You can watch it. Or is it on Netflix right now?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think I watched it there first.
Okay.
But I feel like it's somewhere else too. Who knows? Anyways, you can watch it on one of those streaming services. Really good movie. You're right. Fully diverse cast. Great storyline. Love the way they incorporate all the different versions of Spider-Man in it.
Mhm.
All the little
That part
Easter
when he was running away, tell me that part wasn't crazy. They were on his ass. Oh, real quick while we're here, because Basic is a Easter egg person. Talk about the Easter eggs. I'm listening.
Okay, so I meant to plan for this one, but I didn't. I don't have notes on this one.
All right, cool.
But there were a lot of great little Easter eggs in this one. Like there's so many little drops in there of like things that, unless, of course, if you're not familiar with Spider-Man or, you wouldn't really pick them up. But I love when a movie, much like The Flash did the same way too. I love when a movie plants little pieces of things in there that people who are fans can pick up on. And I like when they put that little stuff in there. You know what I mean? When they add little pieces for you to pick up on if you're a fan of Spider-Man, whether it be comics or like the TV show or anything like that. I love when people put stuff like that in. I feel like they did that in The Flash, which I didn't put in my list too. But
put the Flash on there. Huh? Okay.
The Flash movie, they did it. I think that's what really made me like that movie was all of the little like Easter eggs they put in the Flash movie for people who are fans of like Superman or the Flash, especially like that whole end point. Did you watch the Flash?
I did.
That whole little
the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen it.
I feel like they dropped some little gems in that last little end part of the movie. They were talking about Spider-Man and they were showing not Spider-Man. I'm talking about Spider-Man. Superman, and they showed all the different versions of Superman in it. Even down to Nicolas Cage, which is crazy.
Right, that Nicolas Cage one. He wanted
right.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. So that's what I like about that one.
Yeah, they be dropping gems.
When he said Flash was trash truck juice, I can't completely agree with you on that one.
I don't agree with him about that.
I actually liked the Flash. And I feel like the reason why it probably didn't do better was because, of course, the guy who plays the Flash, and I can't, for some reason, get his name in my head right now. He has a lot of, there's a lot of shit out about him right now. Like weird stuff that he's done in his personal life that probably made it much less more popular. But I actually liked it. For all of the DC movies that I hate, I didn't hate that one.
I did like that one. I really did enjoy that one. I like that.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah.
Actually. I don't know why.
You enjoy something like, why did I enjoy this so much?
Right. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed that one. And I was fully expecting to hate it. I loved the Michael Keaton. Like putting Michael Keaton in there, I can't, for some reason, and I better not be the Stella Rosa, I can't get anybody's names out. But Michael Keaton in it was amazing to me. Like I loved having him back in there. Hold on. Now I've got to Google because I feel like I can't remember all the people that I want to talk about. I didn't think that was Ben Affleck playing Batman in the beginning, but it was.
It was Ben.
I thought it was like a CGI version of him, but it was actually.
I do have to explain that too, but go ahead. You might.
No, go ahead. No, explain.
So the reason why he still has a contract for doing Batman,
Uh-huh.
Because Ben Affleck do his stuff different, obviously. So it's like he probably knew they change up these characters a lot. So he probably signed on to do Batman for a certain amount of movies, and then he'll probably be done with it. So probably because I know they've recasted damn near everybody. I think the only one they still have is whoever the Flash did they change his character too?
It's Ezra Miller, but I wouldn't be surprised because he's got so much controversy behind his name.
Oh yeah,
they did. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they're constantly replacing Batman with somebody new. I agree. Thank you. You said Ezra Miller right when I was trying to find his name because I couldn't get anyone's name out of my mind. I don't know why I can't think tonight. Marcus was saying the DC cinematic universe is done. I totally agree with you. And I've been saying this for a while, why I feel like DC movies have fell flat. I feel like their formulation of what they were trying to do was just off from the beginning. Like, I think they were just trying to give us a formula of what they thought a superhero movie should be. And there was absolutely no character development at all. And so while we are familiar with these characters, in order for it to be successful, you also have to draw in people who aren't familiar with those characters. And part of getting people to want to come back and watch a movie or invest in a movie is being able to root for said characters. So if you're so busy trying to pack in everything you think an action movie or a superhero movie is supposed to have in a movie cinematically, but you don't actually develop your characters fully, except for Batman, because we all know who he is, but you're trying to build, right? You're trying to build like the Justice League. You're trying to build a team. People need to like know why we care about these people, and if you're not familiar with them, you're not rooting for them. Like, I feel like in that first Justice League movie, we got snippets of who Cyborg was. We got snippets of who the Flash was. Like, we had no reason to root for them. And it's like, because we're only getting 2 minutes devoted to each person, it's like you just picked up some random people from off the street. And if anybody is not familiar, they don't know why they're rooting for them or why they care. And so why do we continue to invest in this? And then plus, because you're trying to throw everything but the kitchen sink into a movie, it just falls flat when it comes to like it really being a fully developed movie. I just see what Marcus was saying. DC has better animated movies than Marvel. That's true. Marvel has live action movies. They could have just did the stories from the animated films and been good. That's true. They lean too heavily on Batman and Superman to carry everyone. True. And that Superman and Batman movie was horrendous. I fell asleep every single time I attempted to watch it. Every single time I attempted to watch Superman versus Batman, fell asleep. Literally snooze fest.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. She was saying Nicolas Cage was supposed to play Superman in the movie, and he's a big Superman. Yes, and that's why when they put him in the Flash, I was like, "What? You thought it was better than the Flash?"
No, it really wasn't. I'm gonna tell you what. You already know my reserve on that movie was the fact that they knew it was like both of the mothers was the same name and shit like that. Like, no, you're not doing this. If you can create a good fucking Batman movie, why can't you do both of these motherfuckers together? That's the part I'm confused by. How you can't do both of these two goofies together if you can make a fire ass Batman movie, but you can't do both of them together?
It's the same thing. I'll say for every single movie, I feel like every single movie, it's the same thing to me with DC. I feel like they try literally to throw everything but the kitchen sink into a movie to make a good action movie. But there's no depth to the movie whatsoever. Because you want to make a cool like slow motion scene and you want enough explosions. Like, you're just trying to think of all like the formula to make a good action movie, but none of it has anything to do with why the movie is actually like what would actually make the movie good. And that's why it sucks. Because you just want us to be like, oh, this looks really cool. But like, why are you wasting my time? Like, we didn't even need this scene. There were so many unnecessary scenes in there just for them to like put in filler for like what they think a movie's supposed to look like, that it just made it all fall flat.
Now, I will say, you might fall asleep on it, but I really enjoyed the Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League.
I did.
That shit was fire. I was like, okay. I understand why he had left, and why he didn't finish the movie. I think it was his wife or something like that, like a situation, like a family situation, and that's why he didn't finish it. So instead of what's the name of them being patient, they rushed the fucking movie and had Nolan do it, and it was like, oh, here, let me come fuck this movie up real quick so I can have y'all hate on you. It was so goofy, and then the crazy part was Aquaman was way more serious because he was really goofy in the Christopher Nolan version. Yeah. Other version of motherfuckers was like, I don't know if you ever seen the cartoon Justice League movie Doom or whatever it was when they beat the hell out of what is his name? Darkseid. That's how they was in this movie. They just walked in the door. No, we beating on his ass. The other one, they was like, oh, watch out, he's gonna shoot you. Like, you don't get the fuck out of here, man. It wasn't Nolan. Who was it? It was one of them goofies. That's all I know.
I'm trying to see because they
She
still.
said the 4-hour Justice League was way better. That bitch was long too.
It was long as hell, but I watched all of it.
I was sitting there like this. I was like, damn, this joint almost over. It was the halfway point. I'm like, what in the fuck? I got 2 more hours. What more can y'all tell me in 2 more hours?
Right.
So yes, that one was dope. But we still stayed on. I want to stay on topic from what we was talking about. I'll make sure I don't talk about.
I'm trying to
anything
find
else.
who else took over for Zack Snyder, but I can't find it.
Whoever
Okay,
it was, ain't shit.
I'll go on to my next one then. My next honorable mention also can be found on Netflix. And actually, the Netflix movie is They Clone Tyrone.
That movie was funny as shit. Yo,
I love They Clone Tyrone. John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, Kiefer Sutherland, J. Alphonse Nicholson, who is also from P-Valley.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like blaxploitation meets sci-fi meets comedy. It was really good, like really good, and I thought it was going to be cheesy. Oh, listen, Quantumania, I'm going to say for last. I
have that on my list too. So
Quantumania. Oh well, then we'll talk about it whenever. But I have Quantumania on my list. I'll just go ahead and tell you this. Today was the first day that I was able to watch Quantumania the whole way through. I've attempted to watch it several times, but never made it the whole way through. And today was the first day, just because I wanted to be able to talk about it tonight. But no, there's so many gems in they Clone Tyrone. Like, you not only do you have like a great cast, but like I feel like it was really, really well done. And like I feel like some people just didn't watch it because they thought it was gonna be cheesy. But I just
ate a piece of cheese too.
Why do you have a random cheese in front of you? Why do you have a random cheese slice available? What is going on? Why the random cheese? Like, cheese. What?
I was making a sandwich earlier, and I pulled out too many pieces of cheese. So I kind of left the one sitting to the side.
Chris, you're so right. The hidden messages. It's just like, it's like it's the perfect kind of like combo of like social awareness, like humor, a little bit of sci-fi. It kind of gives you M. Night, like I don't want to say like M. Night Shyamalan, but also like in a weird way, kind of M. Night, in the way that it's like it makes you think about what's happening. Like it's not all right, like right there in front of you, but also like with a nice mix of like blaxploitation movies. You know what I mean? Like it had such a nice mix of so many layers of movies that I thought it was really good. Like I feel like that one should be watched. That's one of my favorite Netflix movies. That one and The Harder They Fall I also love. There's a lot of Netflix love, but
there's a lot of Netflix movies.
Yeah, that I really love. But that's definitely up there in the top for 2023. I feel like everybody should watch it if you haven't already watched it. So
there's a part in there where Jamie Foxx he went inside the back of a car and they drove off, I think. Remember when they found him and when he came out of the car, I have no clue why this part made me bust out laughing the way that it did. When they opened up the door, he's like, what'd he say? He was like, by the time you let me out, y'all know he's I'm claustrophobic as fuck. Yo, I start laughing. I don't know why I start laughing. It was the claustrophobic comment. Like I just start busting out fucking laughing.
Great in there too. Everything is so good about that movie. Like there's so many good things. I don't want to give it away, but if you have not watched it, please put that on your list of movies to watch. It's
Definitely got to put on the list.
Okay.
All right, I got one. Because I want to get it out the way.
Okay.
I did see it.
Okay. You look disgusted.
Because I got to talk about this part. Fast X, right?
Go ahead.
Why the fuck do y'all keep making all these goddamn movies?
Jesus.
This motherfucker jumped down. He jumped down the what was that? What's that? Oh my god, what is it called? When he was where the thing blew up, or then it was water and stuff coming down, and
fall where it was like that big explosive in the beginning. Is that the one you're talking about?
No. It was at the end where he survived
Oh, I didn't make it to the end.
going down. He survived going down the fucking, what is it called? Oh my god, it's over in the Midwest. It's this big ass like waterfall that happens there, or whatever it is. I don't know what the hell it's called. I had to figure out the name of it. He survived in that fucking big ass car that he got. He survived that shit, and I was so frustrated, man. I was like,
That was a damn
why do I watch this dumbass fucking movie?
I have said many times how I feel about Fast and Furious movies. Like, I feel like there's nothing else. You sent them to space. What's next? To the core of the earth? Like, I don't know where else you can send them or what else they can do. I can't hear you guys talk about family one more time. I literally, every time you say
Damn, yes.
I want to stick a fork in my, like, I just want to, hearing them say the word family makes me want to fight. I don't want to hear about y'all being a family anymore. It's like, please spare me, please. And then this last one, I hated Jason Momoa's character. I thought it was like silly. You know what I mean? I think he was.
I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I think they were trying to make him maniacal because he was, he was little. I'm sure you would like kind of describe him as like flamboyant and silly, but he was also supposed to be like evil. But I think it kind of fell flat to me because it was like, it seemed like a joke, but at the same time, like, y'all just run out of shit to do. The random, like, that one scene where like Jason Momoa meets them and they're supposed to race, and it's like, okay, y'all, you're at this random club, like, or party outside where everyone's dancing. Everyone pauses and stops dancing for you guys to like challenge each other, and then immediately the party starts again and there's fireworks. What the fuck? What's happening? Like, okay.
And then he always magically show up and be like, hold up. He always magically show up with that fucking sidewalk that he do like, you ready to race? I'm racing on family.
Marcus said he liked the character. He actually liked Jason Momoa's character. It was just weird to me. Like, I don't know.
It don't fit villain. It don't fit villain. That does not fit
silly.
villain. He was a killer or whatever the case is. He was devious. He was like that character. Like, to me, if I had to pick a villain out of all the series, that was the best one. The one before Jason Statham, his brother, that was my favorite villain.
With John Cena?
Not John Cena. No. Before Jason Statham, remember his brother was in a hospital bed, and what the hell was his name?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
He the guy that plays his I think he plays as Dracula at one point. What is his name? Spanish guy, I think. He played as, I'm trying to think of his movies. And Beauty and the Beast, he played Gaston. I forgot the dude's name. You got to look it up for me at this point. But yeah, he I think he was my favorite villain out of all of them. That's what made me interested in the series. But even when Jason Statham came up, I was like, okay, I like this too. I like his scene, what he was doing. But then they added John Cena, and I'm like, what?
Just like, y'all are reaching for every person y'all can find to throw in this movie. Like, y'all got everybody in the movie. Everybody's in the movie.
I'm telling you, next time round, they put in the guy from Lord of the Rings. What is his name?
Orlando Bloom.
No, not Lord of the Rings. Wrong movie. Game of Thrones. What's the little person's name?
Oh wait, I love him. Damn, I can't think of anyone's name tonight.
He gonna be their next villain and shit in the next movie because they just throw anybody in it, and he will probably murder that John. He would murder
Tyrion?
that. Yes, Tyrion. Yes,
he's such a good actor.
Yes.
No, I don't think his name is.
Owen Shaw.
Owen Shaw.
Yeah, the brother. Yes. Tyrion would kill that John.
I'm trying to think of the guy's name from Game of Thrones because I love him and I want to actually say his name so people know who we're talking about. Peter Dinklage, love him.
Dinklage, okay, yes.
Amazing actor. He's so good in everything.
Yes. He has an amazing accent too. So,
and he would make a great villain. He'd make a great villain for it. Hey, Mike, look who just showed up. It's Jared from Hustler Hollywood.
Oh, what's going on? Welcome to the fun. Shouts out to y'all. Shouted y'all out last week. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I
Yes.
shouted y'all out last week about we had game night. It was pretty fun. So thank y'all for that. And welcome to the show. Welcome. We're talking about movies. Yes, I'm ready. Bring the next one.
Okay, my next one. I know I just brought up M. Night Shyamalan, so might as well go with an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, please.
I know, and I'm gonna say, so okay, it's this movie. It's called Knock at the Cabin.
I'm looking at it right now.
Are you looking at it? Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. So just to give you the Dave Bautista's in it.
I know.
Kid from Harry Potter, Rupert Grint is his name. He's also in it. A little synopsis of the movie. A group of random strangers come up to a house of a couple and their daughter, and they are trying to convince them that unless they make a sacrifice of one of them, they have to sacrifice one of them, it will lead to the end of the world. And it's just a procession of trying to prove that what they're saying is real and tell their story. But Dave Bautista was so good in it. Thank you, Tori. As much as I dislike M. Night Shyamalan movies,
he is annoying.
All except for Unbreakable, because I love it. I love Unbreakable. It's one of my favorite movies.
That's his best movie. Like
this one I like.
Really?
I watch it. Yes. This one I actually like.
So what you telling me to check it out and stop being a little bitch?
Yes.
Got it. All right.
Yes, I am. Thank you. See, there's a lot of people who enjoyed it.
Amayu, that picture is fire.
It's a really good one. It's not what you think. I typically
Signs was that work, but that shit was funny. Like, I feel like aliens would. I feel like aliens would definitely act just like in Signs, where they wrote like clueless on what's going on. Like that alien was walking and you see his feet all at the bottom. They chop the shit out of his toes. Like, damn, no fucking feet.
I feel like the way I feel about most of his movies is they always build you up for something crazy is going to happen. And then like when you find out what the real thing is, you're like, this was lame. I waited all for this to be like, this is it.
When he did my favorite movie that he's ever done, I'm sorry, is actually what's the movie that he had all them personalities? That movie was decent.
Oh, that's also really good. That's him too. Geez, what is it? Hold on, because they also wrapped that one in with Unbreakable.
Me and Marcus went to go see that movie. He actually had a part 2 where he went against Mr. Glass, not Mr. Glass, but Bruce Willis character.
Yes, but yeah, when that was a good Split. Yes, Split was good.
Split.
And then
that last part. Oh my gosh, because he kept warning them all movie like he doesn't want to come.
But the guy,
that motherfucker got big and
amazing. Yes, he's such a good actor. Like him and those different personalities and
no problem.
And with the Unbreakable, with
Lady in the Water was trash
together. So good.
Yep.
What was
She said Lady in the Water was the movie that she didn't like.
I feel like like his movies can sometimes be super hit or miss. James McAvoy.
That's his movie?
No, James McAvoy is the guy who was
that plays the character. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for that too. Huh? They shot that Split out for me. Split that last part. I'm sorry. That motherfucker got real big and started swelling and started running on all fours. I was like, what the fuck? But when he broke the damn steel like thing down, I'm like, oh nah, fuck that. He a regular human. Like, yeah, all right.
Right, and then because it did kind of leave you thinking, is he a regular human? And then when they looped it in with Unbreakable, then you kind of figure out maybe there's more to meets the eye, more than meets the eye to him than it just being like he's just a regular crazy guy. Obviously, he has some supernatural powers.
Yeah.
Are they making another one? I feel like they had talked about it at one point, but I don't know.
Like he definitely is. Your daughter laughing or something?
Did you hear her? Yes, but it's like all the way from her room and my door is closed, which just lets you know how loud she's laughing.
She having fun. Whatever she's doing, she having fun. Go ahead, Lola, have that fun.
But yes, if you have not watched it and you want another good one, Knock at the Cabin is good.
Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to get
Never
mine out the
heard.
way before we head on to the. All right, are we gonna go big real quick? I
Sure,
have
go ahead.
two big movies. I'm gonna say this, and we did not talk about this. One of the dopest fucking movies to come out last year was Transformers. That movie was so cultured, it didn't make no sense with the people. Like,
I was just
it was fucking
excited in
dope.
general for it. I feel like for some reason it didn't do as well.
The
at
representation in
box
that movie was fire. I'm sorry.
True, it was. No, cultural representation was great in that movie. It was. It didn't do so well at the box office as I thought that it probably would, or maybe they thought that it would. But it had. But I was super excited for it just because it brought in another element of Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Yes, that made, and that's what I was excited for. Like, I was excited to see that. But I do
That joint
feel
was
like
dope.
I was so excited and then slightly underwhelmed by when I actually saw the movie. I don't know what I was expecting, but I think I don't know what I was expecting. But I didn't get exactly what I wanted from it. You know what I mean? I was so hyped. So hyped. Dominique Fishback, she was good in it.
Yeah, that movie was dope as fuck to me. That's one of the ones, but that's not my big one. I just had to talk about that real quick. My big one was Super Mario Brothers. That was just a plus movie. I'm sorry.
That was a good one. It was.
That was an A+ movie.
It was.
They did it the right way.
And adults.
Yes, they did it the right way. Sonic has too much to fucking learn. How do you still get your ass whooped even in 2023, 22, 19? You're still getting your ass whooped. Come on, Sonic. What in the fuck? Can you get rid of the humans?
Right.
We don't need the humans. Mario was proven we don't need the humans.
It was actually really good. I actually really liked it.
Yeah. We don't need the humans. I understand, like, no. We don't need the humans. If you want to put Jim Carrey in there again and let him play Dr. Robotnik, yes, do that.
He did in the first one, right?
He's in both of them.
Oh, okay. I don't think I saw the second one.
That shit was hilarious. He was funny as fuck as in that first one but he carried the fucking movie.
Who Jim Carrey?
Mario is a CGI human. There's a clear difference. I'm talking about me and you in the movie.
Oh, you're talking about actual human actors in the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want humans in there. Let's take them out of there.
Chris said trolls. She's doing an honorable mention for trolls.
That's your honorable mention? That's fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak on it. But maybe it's good. I have not seen it yet, so I can't.
I've never seen Trolls 2. Never seen Trolls.
I saw the original Trolls and the second Trolls, but not the newest one. So I can't speak on it, but it may be awesome. It might be good. I haven't seen it. You ready for my next one? So my next one is another Hulu movie that I think people just should watch. I'm not going to say I loved it because I didn't necessarily love it, but I do think it is worth watching. It's new, fairly new. Leave the World Behind with Ethan Hawke, Mahershala Ali, Julia Roberts, and Kevin Bacon in it. Like sci-fi thriller, kind of puts you in the mind of an M. Night Shyamalan movie in the way. But it's like a series of events happen after this family goes on vacation. They end up like being stranded or isolated in this house, leading to all these events that let them know about, that sort of lead to you knowing about this conspiracy of sort of like ending civilization. But the way it unfolds is very much in the vein of kind of like the way an M. Night Shyamalan movie might unfold too.
No, not yet.
It was decent. It was okay. I mean, when the movie ended, I was like, huh, okay.
Then it wasn't good enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said it's not, I won't say it's my favorite movie, but I was like,
I get it, Mark, but they needed to go 100%. I don't want no human in there. Sonic and the rest of the shits. Sonic survived itself without a fucking human in there. We're good.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, let's see what you said. We have not mentioned Hunger Games.
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that one yet.
Nope.
But
so that means I got a movie to watch. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you in a later date.
I haven't seen it yet. Did you like it?
She said, leave that movie behind.
She's talking about leave the world behind. Leave it. It's not. You can watch it just so you know that what it's about, and for the sheer knowledge of like knowing what the movie's about. But whether or not I would say it's amazing, oh, we're getting to Rebel Moon. Of course, I've seen it. Oh, we're gonna.
Look how excited she was about it. Oh, we're getting to Rebel
oh, you
Moon.
loved it. The ending did. Oh wait, the ending to what? Leave the World Behind. Painting Pretty, to which movie? It did suck. The ending did suck. You
What
just
is
kind of
that?
like,
What's that?
I think she's talking about To Leave the World Behind. At the end of the movie, you're just kind of like, all right, okay. Oh yeah, that's what she's talking about.
Okay.
You're just kind of like, huh.
I don't know who the peoples are. Y'all got to shout your names out, whoever y'all are. If there's new people coming through, just say, hey, I'm this person. I'm like, oh shit, hey person.
What about the second Shazam? I ain't seen the first Shazam, to tell you the truth.
Mm-mm.
Have you seen it? Did you see it, Mike? Any of them? I've seen the first one, so I can't.
I'm gonna lie. Shazam might be the only superhero movie that I'll be like, no, that look like it'd be good, and then completely watch 0% of it.
Right.
Just can't do it. Nah, I'm sorry. He can Shazam his ass out of here.
Right. Do you have another movie, Mike?
I do, but I want you to get to yours because my movies are like the last couple of movies I've seen. I've seen John Wick.
That's on my list too.
That's all you need to know is I'm sad.
I know.
I'm just, you know what? You got. Oh no! I'm sorry. It was one. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Okay, good. That's also on my list. But go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to kind of cry a little bit. I did.
Yeah, I did want to cry a little bit.
It was a tearjerker with Rocket's story.
Yes, Rocket's story.
Rocket's story definitely was a tearjerker.
Oh
my gosh! Thinking about it right now makes me feel so sad. I want to pet the little motherfucker and tell him it's gonna be okay. Right. Getting tortured in that fucking movie. I'd have hated it.
For those of you who have not watched it, it does give you the backstory of Rocket and how he became Rocket, which is super, super sad. And it also introduced
the friends, all the friends.
High Evolutionary is introduced in this movie, so that's and then it also, of course, it's the end of the series of Guardians of the Galaxy as we know it, as that team being together. So it's kind of like wrapping up that team. I don't know if they should be bringing back any of them or if they will be bringing back any of them in any capacity for the Avengers, but I know there is not supposed to be any more Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I know Dave Bautista's out. So I don't know. We shall see if there's any extension of that from this point. But it was a tearjerker. I did enjoy it. I'm glad that it didn't fall flat before.
We're gonna say this right now. Dave Bautista is the greatest wrestler actor ever.
I'm thinking he might be right.
He has the best range. He has played the best characters.
You're right. Now that I think about it, he has great range. Everything I've seen him in, I've really liked him in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not leave Chris Pratt behind. Wow.
Well, he has his reasons, and actually, when you talk about it,
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay. Well, I mean, you should be happy because there's no more Star-Lord. So.
No more Star-Lord.
No more Star-Lord anymore. My next movie is one that you can watch on Hulu. I think it just came out on Hulu. Oh, Chris says she thinks it's The Rock.
Hell no, The Rock ain't no goddamn what? No. I'm sorry, Kristen. Don't hit me. But no, not The Rock. Not The Rock. Hell no. Not better than Batista.
Excuse me, y'all. Chris Pratt is trash on multiple levels.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock plays The Rock.
Y'all heard what Cat Williams said? Y'all heard what Cat Williams said?
About
yes,
what?
The Rock rocks.
We can't get on the Cat Williams.
The Rock always played The Rock on screen, right? Like Cat Williams said, when I'm playing in these movies, I ain't playing Cat Williams.
Right?
Good.
My next movie is on Hulu. It just came out on Hulu. It's called The Creator with John David Washington, Gemma Chan, and Ken Watanabe, that's the guy from The Last Samurai. Huh?
Yes. That movie was really good, but go ahead, I'm listening.
Have you seen it? You seen The Creator? Mm-hmm. It actually was really good. I thought it was going to be kind of lame. Really, really liked it. it's about the rise of AI and then fear of what can happen, but it also like explores sort of ideas like bigotry and the idea of dehumanization of a race because they're inferior to us. So there's like a deeper like thing that's in there that makes it that made it not lame. It's not just like another like AI movie. You know what I mean? You actually sort of have some sort of I liked the development of the relationship between Alfie and whatever the fuck Denzel's son's name was. Sean David Washington, for those who don't know, is Denzel's son. He was really good in it. And I like this movie a lot. And you can watch it on Hulu.
And he coming into his own. Like I know a lot of people don't like him as much, but I'm like, yo, you have to give the kid a chance. And everybody expect him. What's up, Rachel? Everybody expecting him to be his dad. And it's like, why would y'all do that? Like, let him be him. I hate when that happens to people. Like, you automatically go into like, yo, you got to be your dad to be successful. Like, no, he can take his own lane. Like, that's like saying, and just hear me out with it. That's like saying we all know Will Smith for what he did for the hip hop, because he's not rap, but for hip hop was fucking dope. But are you gonna say that his son don't compare? His son is actually a fucking monster. Like, I don't know if y'all listen to his son. His son is really great at rapping. Chances are Will feel like he better than him.
Yeah. Chris, it's called The Creator and it's on Hulu. They just released it on Hulu. So you can watch it there. I'm gonna do a quick honorable mention for the Barbie movie. We all know what it's about at this point because
that movie was dope, yo.
They talk about it everywhere. It's won tons of awards. It's a lot about women empowerment and the struggles of being
Willow
told through the vision and the side of Barbie. So if you haven't already watched it, you're probably somewhere under a rock.
You really are. You need to get some
star-studded cast: Margot Robbie, Issa Rae, everybody you can think of, Ryan Reynolds, everybody's in it. You probably the guy from Shang-Chi, Simu Liu is in it. Is that his name? Something like that. Everybody's in it. So if you haven't seen it, go to HBO. It's on HBO. Barbie was good. It was very good. But I figure everybody's already known it. I really don't have to probably tell y'all what it's about. It's a great movie. It's not silly in the way that you think it's probably going to be silly. If that's what's keeping you from watching it, definitely check it out. And it's on HBO right now.
They probably doing it because it's Barbie. And it's like, you grew up with the people that's like, oh, it's Barbie.
Right.
Men don't watch Barbie movies.
Right. And it's not what you think it is. It's definitely worth watching. It's good and it's quirky at the same time. And it definitely has a message. So it's definitely worth watching. It's on HBO. My next movie is not a movie that probably most people have probably going to say they've seen in here, but I'm going to tell y'all it's worth watching. It's Maestro with Bradley Cooper and Carey Mulligan, and it is the story of Leonard Bernstein and his wife, Felicia Montealegre. It is probably the most beautifully shot movie I've seen in such a long time. It follows the story, like I said, of Leonard Bernstein, who was an American composer, well, he was a composer too, but also a conductor, probably one of the greatest American conductors we've had. He was a openly gay, but also not openly gay male who was married to a woman who accepted it, as she said she was going to marry him, fully knowing who he was. And it just talks about the struggle and the development of that relationship and also his career and how that all kind of played. But the way that movie was shot, absolutely beautiful. For every era of his life, Bradley Cooper shot the movie cinematically the same way a movie would be shot at that time. Right. So in the 50s, it was filmed in the same way that a movie in the 50s would be shot. All the way through like the 70s. So as you're watching, you'll see the gradient almost of the film changing. It's not my typical action movie. I know y'all thinking like all I watch is action movies, but this movie is so beautifully shot. Bradley Cooper is amazing in the way that he transforms into Leonard Bernstein in the movie. I feel like he's probably like really suffering in the awards category, probably because people haven't really gotten a chance to see it as much as you would think they would, because it just recently came out. But for anybody who has watched it, I love it. Like, I can't say enough about it. You have to, but you also have to be a person who's patient with movies to watch it. If you're like me and you only like action movies, it might be a struggle to get through because it's not like thing after thing after thing. It's autobiographical, right? Is that what it is? Is it autobiographical?
If it's based off of somebody's life, I would say yes. Like it's like a.
It is the story. Yeah, it is the story of Leonard Bernstein and his wife.
What do you call it? Not documentary. I'm sorry.
It's not a documentary, but it is like
It's not
based on
documentary.
his life, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's so good. It's worth the watch. I would, if there's anything that I can recommend to people who really enjoy watching beautiful movies that, you know, and they enjoy all aspects of movies, that's how it's shot cinematically and all that stuff, definitely watch it. It's worth it. It's so good. I love that one. Okay. I did, bro. You can go.
Oh, I ain't got no other movie on the list. I ain't gonna lie, not for me at least.
So
It's still movies I need to watch. So
I have a few more. We'll go through them fast so we can get to 2024 because I'm excited about it. That's what I meant to say. Okay, Marcus knew what I was saying. It's just biographical. Thank you, Marcus. It's not autobiographical because then that's just told from the person's perspective, the actual person's perspective. Biographical is when it's not told from their perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Have y'all watched Rustin on Netflix?
Rustin? No.
Yes. It's got Coleman Domingo, Jeffrey Wright, Chris Rock. So good. I thought I was gonna hate it. It's good. It's worth a watch. It's talking about Bayard Rustin and his role in the 1963 March on Washington. He was an openly gay male living in a time where being openly gay was often like it was against the law.
Yeah, you dare try to lock you up or kill you.
And it also was interesting about it's an interesting perspective of how important he was in the development of the March on Washington and in the civil rights movement, and how he was basically erased from history and civil rights. I didn't even know who he was until I watched this movie. And to know that you can, because of who he was, because of his sexuality, he has not been mentioned. Like, he's not mentioned in the history books. We're not taught about him. We don't know that he played a role. We don't know how key he was in it and in the civil rights movement. I didn't know who this person was until I watched the movie. You have to watch it. It's good. It's so good. I feel like Coleman Domingo is a great actor. I love him in everything that he's in. And he played this part perfectly. So if you have not watched it, please add that to your list. It is on Netflix and it's so good. The next movie is one that you guys have probably seen all about on TikTok. It's called Saltburn.
Never seen it.
I don't know if you want to watch it. I think you might get gross. There's element. Okay, so I'll do it the same way. Barry Keoghan, I think that's how you say his name. Jacob Elordi from Euphoria. He's in it. I hope I'm saying this kid's name right. Archie. I'm never gonna say his name correctly. He's the kid from Out of Sea, and he's also in Gran Turismo. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
What's going on?
That's also on Netflix. He plays in it. So it's this kid. His name is Oliver Quick in the movie, and he seemingly is an outcast. He sort of becomes obsessed with this other very popular rich kid in college, and they become friends. And Rich Kid invites him over and takes him under his wing to his family home for the summer. And things start to unfold, and you start to really realize who Oliver Quick is. And some of the scenes are so awkward and weird. I will tell you, there's a bathtub scene that you will probably cringe at. And there's another scene that I'm not going to say on here because it's probably going to gross most of you out. If you want to see why people are cringing, then definitely watch the movie. The movie is not bad. It's just really weird.
Yeah, it's going to be enough for me.
When you watch it, you realize like what's happening and what's going on and what his motives are. You're like, oh fuck, this guy is crazy. So yes, I will say it's worth a watch. You're probably gonna get skeeved out a little bit, and you're not gonna want to watch it. But
oh shit!
Hey Mel. So yeah,
what's up,
y'all? It's on Prime. Saltburn. Everyone's watching it on TikTok. If you've probably seen the
I
TikTok.
don't think I'm gonna do it.
Scenes and being like,
wait.
Ugh.
Wait. Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think that's what this is. I've been seeing like these TikTok, but these airy ass TikToks, right? Whereas like I guess this person, it shows a person all the way across, like this kid looking at somebody all the way across the like something's happening, or they're being killed, right? Or oh yeah, they're being killed. And the thing looks at the kid and it points at him, all scary looking and shit. The kid start backing up. And then he like comes out of the camera. He's looking. He don't see the person anymore. He looks down at the ground. Motherfucker's running straight across the street towards the kid. So the kid like kind of gets scared or whatever the case is. Then you see this motherfucker come open up the door, and he all like big and weird looking and shit, like his neck all fucking crazy. And then all of a sudden they go to another scene where it shows the kid like walking the same thing as this fucking monstrous looking thing. That's what I'm like, is this the movie you're talking about? That's cringy.
No,
that shit was cringy.
I haven't seen that, but no, it's not creepy in a scary way. It's creepy in a.
Oh my god! She said I made it up. I'm not that creative, believe me.
I can't.
If I find it, I'm gonna send this shit to you.
It's not creepy, scary. It's creepy. Oh, it's cringy. I'm gonna say cringy, not creepy. It's okay. Cringy. You'll cringe at certain scenes. Mel, I don't know if you've watched it yet. We're talking about Saltburn. I think that you would cringe. I don't think that everybody would cringe, but I do think that you might cringe at that movie, Mike. I don't know if that's a movie you would want to watch.
I probably will, because I'd be cringing at some of these fucking movies. Like.
Right. I'm also gonna mention really quickly Gran Turismo, also on Netflix.
I want to watch that.
You should. It's not as lame as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be horrible, but it wasn't. John David is fine. He can act. That's enough for me to watch. Who's John David? John David who?
That's what's the next son? This is
Oh, John David Washington. Oh, she might be a little behind when we're talking about the creator.
Yeah, let me text her. Yo, go forward.
Mel, you should watch Saltburn. Gran Turismo, of course, we know that's all based off the game for PlayStation. I think PlayStation probably sponsored the movie. It's based off a true story, which I didn't even realize actually happened, which made it like just knowing that it's based off a true story a little bit better. Of course, the Gran Turismo game picked like one of the best players in the world to train to be a real race car driver, and it's the story of that, of like how that happened. Like he was just playing the game. And then they decided to do this program where they would pick like the best players, put them together and train them. And then one of them they would train to be a real race car driver. Wasn't lame. Was actually really good. Me and my daughter, if Lola sat there and watched it with me, then, it's worth watching. Are we going to talk Rebel Moon now? Because I think we can talk Rebel Moon now.
Go ahead. They waiting for it.
I watched Rebel Moon. I liked Rebel Moon. Here's what I feel about Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon is a Zack Snyder movie, okay? And we all know that I have a slight love-hate with Zack Snyder. I don't hate him, but I also don't completely love him. But it's sort of like in the middle. It is also a 2-part movie. I will say that for everyone who has not watched it. Oh, key players in Rebel Moon. Djimon Hounsou, Charlie Hunnam, Sophia Boutella is the main character, Cora. Anthony Hopkins is the voice of the robot. And Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg. Why did he give me balloons? Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg in the Justice League, is also in this movie. Sort of like elements of Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy. And like I said, it's 2-part.
What's up, Six?
If you watch this movie, or if you have not watched this movie, because it's probably going to feel a little incomplete, but know that it's a 2-part movie. And for all the things that I say DC is not good at, which is character development, that's what I feel like this first movie is for. I feel like it is to give you a basis so you know who these characters are, why they're important, and what roles they play, right? It's kind of like giving a backstory to all the key players.
Okay.
That's the main part of what the first part of Rebel Moon is. It is very Zack Snyder, and you feel like he's trying to do all the elements of what an action movie is. There's tons of slow motion aerial shots where they're stabbing something. Like everything you think an action movie is thrown into this movie, which is very Zack Snyder. However, I feel like when we watch the second movie will be, oh yeah, Mel, I know. I just get them all the time. I got to figure out how to turn them off.
No, keep them on now.
I feel like the second movie is going to be much better than the first, but you should definitely watch it. I don't feel like it's complete though. Just same thing as Dune. You know, they're coming out with a second Dune.
I did see that because we're heading into 2024, so you
Right,
can
we're gonna
segue
talk
into
about
it if you like.
So it's the same kind of thing. Dune sets you up for what you're getting in the second movie. So
Right.
it's kind of like the same thing. John Wick 3. 4.
Four.
John Wick 4. Oh,
Sad. I'm sad. Yeah. Don't worry. We're on the same page.
um,
The
I'm
falling
so-
down the steps was wild.
I'm such a huge Keanu Reeves fan. Like so it's him, Bill Skarsgård, Donnie Yen, who I can't say enough great things about Donnie Yen.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not love him? If you guys don't know who this is, it's Ip Man.
Yep.
For those who don't know, it's Ip. Y'all are probably saying IP Man, but it's Ip Man.
Mm-hmm.
Master Ip. Donnie Yen is amazing in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And what's his name? Hiroyuki Sanada, who's also great in everything. And he's in another series that's coming out this Shogun. He's in the Shogun series that comes out next month.
Excuse me.
So excited for Shogun.
I'll make sure you can hear me good. Hold up. All right, there we go.
Yeah. So good. I don't know. There's not enough good things to say about this movie. I love the movie. I hate that it's ended because it was so popular. They're thinking about doing another one. Donnie Yen is, Marcus, listen. I purposely sometimes seek out Donnie Yen movies. I don't care how weird it is. Donnie Yen is the man. Like literally, he could do no wrong to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Donnie Yen. And then just when I saw him and knew he was gonna be in this movie, I was like,
yeah, they did.
Can't wait.
Yeah, they come out with the series that's named after the hotel.
What are we talking about?
Continental.
Oh, yeah, the Continental. So good. Yeah. It isn't the end. Marcus knows it's not the end. I hope that they find a way to incorporate Donnie Yen's character back in it because he was so good in it. Like, you could just do it with just him and I'd be happy. I don't care.
With a blonde character to take over the rest of the series.
But he's so fucking good. Like,
no. He
played that character. So first of all, he played the blind character, like the elements of being blind, but also like all of that, like just the way like he felt around the room. You can tell like he was just so good at it. It wasn't a gimmicky blind character. Like he was very aware that he was playing blind. Like everything that he did, it's just so good. He was amazing. Yeah. I love it. Of course we're sad, but we think that John Wick is dead, but we don't really. I mean, they didn't really say he was dead. We don't really know if he's.
He kind of just curled into a ball.
Right. There's room for them to bring him back, and I'll watch all of them. And then the last one that I guess we can talk about, and then go into 2024. This one is a super flop to me. Hated it. Y'all might feel totally different. Dungeons and Dragons. A waste of an hour and however so much change of my life. Why? Did we need it? It's got Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Regé-Jean Page, who was in Bridgerton the first season. I don't know much about Dungeons and Dragons, period. So maybe that was great for people who were fans of Dungeons and Dragons, but like we could have did without that movie. Which one? What do you mean? Which one? Which one? What? I'm talking about a movie. The movie, the one that just came out.
Yeah, that last one that came out last year.
Did you like it, sis? Wow. I mean, listen, I'm not saying because I don't like it, that means that nobody else liked it. I just didn't get it, and it fell flat. Did you like it? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons.
It was okay.
I had like no connection to the characters, and so like I that's why I didn't like it. I was like, I don't like it. But also, I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, period, which is probably why a lot of stuff fell flat to me that people who might know anything about Dungeons and Dragons might actually like.
Yeah, it was just the main movie that came out last year.
The one that came out in 2023 is what I was talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it is what it is. And we're heading on to next year's. Well, I'm sorry. This year's. I ain't gonna lie. The shit that I'm seeing, I feel like I should either start this now.
No, go ahead. You start it.
I'm starting off with the fire. My movie that I want to see this year, Joker.
Oh yeah, with Lady Gaga.
Folia Ducks. Yes, is with Lady Gaga playing as Harley Quinn, and then she's literally getting so much into the role right now that she is like, she's doing the who did that? It's an actor that did it back that did it that still does it, where he gets so much into the character he doesn't want you to call him Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey did that with
Oh right. You're talking about Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, not Joaquin Phoenix, but it was Jim Carrey that when he was playing a character, when he played Andy, the guy, the guy that was a wrestler that was wrestling and stuff like that, he died.
Poor Things. I didn't watch Poor Things. You should tell us about
Andy. His last name begins with a W or something like that. But he got into the character so much that he wanted everybody to just call him by that character. And that's what the role Lady Gaga is taking right now, where she wanted to be Harley Quinn. So
she's also a method actor, very much so a method actor. Lady Gaga. I think people have said it.
But them two I think they're gonna kill it, because the first Joker movie was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my lifetime.
No, not Andy Warhol. It was he's a comedian that
I think it is Andy Warhol.
No, Andy Warhol's an I think he's an artist. I'll look it up. Give me a second. I'll tell you what the name is, but I don't think it's Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol's an artist.
Sorry, y'all. We doing research.
Excuse me. This cough.
Kaufman. And the fact that you coughed helped me remember who it was. It was Andy Kaufman. It was Andy Kaufman.
I have not seen Willy Wonka yet. No.
Yeah, Andy Kaufman.
Jim Carrey was super method.
It's a new Willy Wonka that's out?
Yeah, I think it comes out. I don't know if it's out already.
Oh, okay.
It might be. It might be. I could be lying. With Timothy Chalamet.
Okay. But I that's
made him remember.
That's the movie that I'm looking forward to the most this year. There are other fire that I'm looking forward to, but I don't want to talk about them. But that's my number one. I didn't want to use that number one, but I'm gonna use it now. But the Joker movie is the movie I'm looking forward to the most, because when I say I enjoyed the last one so much, I really did enjoy the last one a lot. So
I'm gonna say mine that I'm looking forward to off the top of my head is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Y'all just go watch.
What's going on?
Go watch the trailer to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
You want to take a bet right now? Let's take a bet with that. Now I know that movie gonna be fire. No, that movie gonna be fire. But let's test what's gonna be really fire. Is my other pick gonna be more fire than that? But are you done explaining? Because I want to.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't have any. I don't have any.
Kong X Godzilla.
Also excited about that one, of course.
Yeah, man.
Y'all, I can't wait to see what happens.
Hold on. You know what I didn't mention about last year, and I forgot about it. It's something made me know. You probably never seen it. If you never seen that last Godzilla movie that came out in December, that movie was so fucking good. It was so good. It was so good. I promise you. If you go see it, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah.
No, I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah, that movie was so fucking good. When he did his when he learned that he can do like the thing on his back, because it was kind of like an Origins in a way, like, because he didn't, everybody knows Godzilla don't attack humans. I'm sorry, we're back in 2023 real quick. I'm gonna come back, I promise. When he did the thing, he charged up his back, and then he was trying to save the dude. One dude wanted to go save his wife or whatever the case is, but she was standing in the way of him doing that attack. When I say she got blew the fuck away, like, can you imagine? Like, it's a whole love story, and she's like, "Oh, man, boof," and then she just got like disintegrated straight into all that shit. I was like, hey, yo, this movie crazy. This movie is crazy.
It's
Godzilla is an asshole in that movie.
He was.
Because he just choose violence the whole time. Like,
and he beat the brakes off Kong. So I mean,
so
definitely getting the business.
All right, so we got that one.
Did you hear her laugh again?
Yeah, I know. She getting it in. She all good. Don't worry.
It's ridiculous. She's probably gaming. That's what's so funny. What's my next one?
Color Purple. It's a goddamn musical.
It is, but I love musicals.
Compared to the original Color Purple, I still don't like Danny Glover because of the Color Purple.
So here, let me just say this, and I think this is where people are falling short with a lot of things, even with this new Mean Girls movie. Never go into a musical expecting what you got from the original movie. It is a readaptation of the musical, and I think
I didn't know it was a musical.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
That's
why I'm mad.
Yeah.
You imagine going in there and the motherfuckers like, don't whoop my ass, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, are we gonna sing it? Like,
I think a lot of people didn't know, and I think that's the same thing that's happening with this Mean Girls movie. People are going thinking it's a remake of Mean Girls the movie. It is not. It is a remake of Mean Girls the Broadway musical. So, if you don't like musicals, don't go see The Color Purple or the new Mean Girls movie. They're singing in it. It's a readaptation of the Broadway musical, not of the movie. If you like musicals, go see it, and you're gonna like it. If you were looking for The Color Purple, again, that's not what you're getting. I mean, you're getting it, but you're getting the musical form. And if you don't like musicals, then it's not for you. So I think that's that. You know, I think a lot of people weren't expecting that. They were expecting to see the Color Purple movie all over again.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
And Mean Girls is also a 2024 movie, but it just came out January 12th.
Okay.
So it's already out. But like I said, if you're not expecting singing, don't go. I saw a clip on TikTok where people, when they started singing, people started to boo, and they didn't, because they didn't know it was a musical. Like in the theater, they were booing because they thought they were just going to see regular Mean Girls.
Oh, they pulled a Coming to America, huh?
Right. Also, in all fairness, it not necessarily advertised as the musical, unless you know who some of the key, like Renee Rapp, who was playing Regina, was also in the Broadway musical. So unless you know stuff like that, you don't know that it's a musical. You don't know what you're getting. It's not very it's not clearly put out there for people. I'm kind of interested in what Furiosa, it's part of the Mad Max saga. I think that might be good.
Which one is it?
Furiosa.
Oh yeah. I seen that.
Yeah.
I was watching that trailer.
I'm kind of excited about that one.
Okay, that looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that one looks like it'll be good. But all Mad Max movies are dusty and they in the dirt, so there's a little. You'll be riding around in the dirt for the majority of the movie, getting super dusty.
Here's what you said.
Some reason I'm always struggling to figure out how are y'all not squinting, because I know if dust was flying in my eyes, I'd be like this 90% of the time, like only one eye open, because I can't. As soon as some dirt fly in my eye, I'm talking to y'all like this for at least 30 minutes.
But I think they wear goggles though. Basically, I think they wear goggles. Like like they was out there just fucking free balling their eyes and shit, like riding in sandstorms, eyes wide open.
How are y'all not squinting? Because I'd be like this the whole time, like, is anyone else's eyes dry? Like I've got nothing but dirt in my eyes. That's all I be thinking about. Oh, we also talk about Dune. If you guys haven't seen Dune, the first movie is a slow burn. It's you gotta be patient with it to get through it. I think it's long.
The fact that you said slow burn just
it's a long movie, and you have to be invested in wanting to know about or want to watch the movie Dune to really get through it. So I'm hoping that the second one is better. Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet. They've already killed off what's his name's character. Jason Momoa's character already died in the first one, but
he'll come back if there's money to be made.
But they can't. They're not just gonna bring the man back. Do you know there's an 80s I think it was made in the 80s Dune movie that you can watch on HBO, like the original Dune. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
It's on HBO Max. If you want to see
I got it back.
Yeah, if you want to see the original Dune, it's on HBO Max. It is not a long movie. It is like an old sci-fi movie. You can watch it really quick. It's really weird.
Oh, I love old sci-fis.
Watch it then. It's on HBO Max. It's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's good in the sense that it's worth watching so you figure out what Dune is. I don't know if the movie is necessarily following to the T the original movie, but you'll see similarities in it. I watched it first before I watched the new one.
Got it. All right. What I got? Huh?
What else you got?
All right. So my next one, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'm definitely going to take Gabby to see it if she wants to go see it. I hope she wants to go see it because I want to go see it. Despicable Me 4.
I did see where they were doing Despicable Me 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fan of
I've been knowing about that for a little bit, but it was like in the air, but they really started ramping up talks about it sometime like summertime of last year. And I was like, oh, when I knew they was talking about it, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go see it because they haven't made a bad movie at all. Like none of them
Right.
were bad.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a bad Despicable Me. Minions,
The music's
Gru. Right.
You're gonna get a great
Gru. Yeah. Oh hell no! What you mean? Say oh hell no? Don't be a hater, motherfucker.
Your alley is that not?
Yeah.
Marcus?
Well, good. You ain't gonna see it because I am.
Marcus, what kind of movies do you typically lean towards? Are you an action movie person? I'm an action movie person. But I also like Despicable Me. Me and my daughter used to go watch Despicable Me together, and that's where the love of those movies came from because those were the movies that she'd want to go to the movies to see. So that was our because I love movies and she didn't really like movies when she was a little girl. That's what she would go and sit in the movie and watch with me. So that's kind of like that was our bonding thing. When when one of the songs by Pharrell Williams made it on TikTok and people had just found it, we were like, how?
I hate that
How are
Marcus would tell you.
Finding this?
Marcus would tell you. You're probably talking about it's two songs. It's rainy day.
Yes.
Yeah. The Just a Cloud Away.
Okay.
When she seen the boy for the first time, yeah.
Right. When it got like popular on TikTok, and me and Lola were like, how is this? How are y'all just now finding this? Like we literally played that song every day on the way to school.
Mm-hmm. That was my shit. Marcus will tell you, I used to play some shit. Like I would play that. I would play what's the name of the song? Remember the song Hug Me? Bring it in, everybody doing the Hug Me dance. I would play Hug Me like that was a #1 single. Me and Gabby just be in the car playing Hug Me. And now this is out here. I'm like, I'd be called weird if this wasn't on TikTok for listening to this song.
Right. But like that was one of our things. Like after we watched it at the movies, we played it every morning. It was kind of like our get up and go on the way to take her to school every morning. That's what we would play. And so how we were literally like, how in the world are y'all just now finding the song and just realize how good it is?
Exactly.
The next one that I'm going to bring up for 2024, it comes out February 2nd, so soon. If you guys are fans of the Kingsman movies, it's from the same director, but it's called Argyle. And I'm hoping that it's good because I love the Kingsman movies. I don't know how I feel about it. It's about an author. And she writes, but she sort of like finds out about a crime syndicate, and then somehow they have to like she gets wrapped up in it, and it's I don't know, it looks kind of quirky and kind of goofy, but I love Kingsman, and so I'm hoping that it's because it's by the same director, it's also good, and so I'm gonna of course watch it because I like the director.
Yeah, you talking about Lee Smith?
Who did it? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Matthew Vaughn is actually the director for the Kingsman movies.
Okay.
And I love all of those. Every last one of them I've watched, and I love them. So that's why I'm excited for that one.
Okay.
What you got?
All right. Real quick, because I'm not stuff out there yet. Still holding on to it. I don't know if y'all know this movie is coming out, but it's like I guess it's his last movie. You know, since his passing, they have Legend of the White Dragon. It's a Power Ranger movie.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, Legend of the White Dragon. So that should be
That
pretty
one's-
fun.
That comes out this year.
Yes, it comes out this year. Yep.
I was just talking to somebody about that about like a month or so ago. I didn't know it hadn't come out yet.
Legend of the White Dragon.
For anybody who's looking to take their kids to another movie, they're coming out with another Kung Fu Panda. Did you know that one?
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda was okay.
I don't, of course, I'm sure that none of the adults are looking to watch it, but if you have a child who you will need to take to a movie, Kung Fu Panda might be exciting. There's also going to be another Ghostbusters movie. Here's what I'm not excited about, and I'm going to say this. Paul Rudd's in this one, and I think after watching the last Quantum, did we talk about Quantumania? We didn't talk about Quantumania.
Yeah.
Can we pause and talk about Quantumania for a second? Because that was supposed to be on my list. And we'll wrap it in with Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire comes out in March. It's got Paul Rudd in it. I literally struggled through Ant-Man Quantumania several times to watch it the whole way through. Like, struggled through it and was excited for it because, of course, it was introducing Kang the Conqueror into the Marvel Universe. And so I was really excited, right? The movie is so goofy that it dimmed the light of Kang the Conqueror as a villain. Like, of course, we get he's evil, but y'all are so busy telling these lame-ass jokes in between that I can't even, like, I don't know. I'm telling you, the only time I watched it the whole way through was today. And I watched it the whole way through today so I could be able to say something about it. Because I didn't
Did
want
it hurt?
Yeah. Like, even when I was watching it today, I was like, oh, like, why? Like, why did they choose this movie to bring him in? Like, why did you choose to introduce the character in Ant-Man? Like, I already don't really like, I mean, the first Ant-Man movie, I thought was funny, quirky and funny, you know, and it was okay. Second movie, not so much. I thought this one would be better because it was introducing Kang the Conqueror into the Marvel Universe, and I thought, ooh, this is going to be really good. Like, I think they even kind of really set us up for it to be, like, extra good.
That's what I care about the most. Mark is he head on point with it. And if they do it the right way, Dr. fucking Doom. If you bring him in, not many people know about Doom. Doom is probably my favorite Marvel villain.
There's talks of them bringing him in because
he's a Sony guy, though. That's the problem.
Yes, but so if you've never watched Eternals, have you?
I have not seen Eternals.
Okay, so they are trying to loop in Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer, all that with Eternals somehow. And once you watch Eternals, then go like in a deep dive. Like, you can watch the end of the movie, and then there's also like an extended cut that you can watch later, like on YouTube, that tells you how they're trying to like bring it in with that, or how the ideas for the next phase of Marvel with bringing it in, and it's looped in with Eternals. I think you might find it interesting.
Okay.
What was Marcus saying?
How Martin Luther King with John Boyega?
Oh, I think is he talking about King the Conqueror? Is that what we're talking about? Martin Luther King?
That's because he said that. What's the name? Was Coretta Scott?
Now I get it.
Yo, this is
dying. I'm dying. But Marcus, I get what you're saying, and he's the person that I said would be a fit to replace.
What the fuck, yo?
Replace Jonathan Majors.
John Boyega. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! I was like, Martin Luther King, John Majors. Yes. Oh god.
Yeah.
You're right. I think that Jonathan Majors would be the perfect replacement for Jonathan Majors. I didn't realize that he'd already said no. I hadn't seen it, but like maybe they can convince him because I feel like he'd be great for it. I feel like it's gonna be. This is where it's hard, and I feel like they have to figure out a way to replace him, because of the setup of Quantumania, which introduced us to Loki. Which I don't think you've seen either yet, Mike, right? The Loki series.
I'm still getting ready to watch that. That's the one I'm getting ready to watch.
So
because I actually want to watch the one that you've watched too. What's that?
Echo.
What's Echo? I want to watch that.
Echo was good. I watched that one. So Quantumania, because it introduced King the Conqueror, one of their post-credit scenes led into the introduction of Loki, which of course came out in 2023. And 2020, and Loki literally hands down, like sort of carried Marvel, especially on like this last year. Like it really did. It carried Marvel. It was a great series, but because it's so great, and because the storyline of King the Conqueror is heavily threaded through that, I feel like Marvel's probably trying to figure out. They're scrambling, trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do, because
they have
you can't ignore King the Conqueror, especially after Loki played such a major role last year in the Marvel, like in the whole like Marvel universe. Like people raved about Loki and how it carried Marvel on its back, and it's such a good series, and so much of it has to do with the timeline and the multiverse and King the Conqueror. And if they don't find a way to weave it in, or like replace him, or keep that continuing, I feel like everything's gonna kind of like fall flat, because that's what we're looking for. Like that's what it set us up for, to be excited for that. And now I feel like they're probably scrambling to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do.
Yeah. Marcus Spacey. You putting that up there, or I got it?
Oh yeah. What character, Marcus? I don't really know what character we're talking about right now, but yeah, I feel like they have to find a way to try to replace it. I'm also interested to see like what's happening with all of the things that Eternals set us up for, like the Black Knight, and it also introduced Blade at the end. Like there's so many things that Eternals set us up for that we've kind of like just left in the wind. Like I figure like they have to figure out how to like incorporate that back in. Sabra, I don't know if I know. I got to do a little research. I don't know who that is. But I'm gonna check it out now, of course, because you mentioned it. But yeah, I can't remember how we got on that. Oh, Paul Rudd is in Ghostbusters. That's how. And I really hated Quantumania. Sorry. I don't know.
It is what it is. No, you.
I don't know if anybody else like
shit was trash. I never seen. I need to watch Internals. I really do. Everybody keeps saying it's really good. So
I think. So I'm going to say this: watch Eternals, and then look on YouTube about all of the things about the alternate endings, and then what Eternals is supposed to be leading us into.
Okay.
It's so worth the watch. It's like, and you'll go down a rabbit hole watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I got two, maybe one or two more.
Okay.
But I can throw in there real quick. I'm looking forward to it's Gladiator 2. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty dope movie.
Oh, really? Is it bringing back anybody from the original, or is it just like a whole new cast?
I couldn't begin to tell you, honestly. I just know I've seen it, and I looked at that little stuff about it. I'm not gonna. What's the name? Would be too old at this point to play them any of those characters.
Yeah.
One thing I do like about it is that, well, I mean, they have who was in this movie? Denzel was in this movie. The same guy. What's his name? Digimon or something like that. Whatever, you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's in there. I don't know, but a reason why I really want to see it because of who's producing it. One of my favorite producers, Ridley Scott.
Oh, I think
they did Aliens. Aliens is one of my favorite movies ever.
I mean, I'm down for I like the first Gladiator movie. I loved it.
I mean, hopefully it's okay. Like, hopefully they do good, but you know, it's supposed to come out sometime this year. So,
I'm excited for Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3 gonna be funny as fuck.
Of course, we know that they're bringing in Wolverine,
Mm-hmm.
and different variations of Wolverine also too. So I don't know if they're tapping into the multiverse also as well, like in Deadpool. But I think that might be the one I'm most excited for.
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's right up there. It's right up there with Planet of the Apes. But I think I might be more excited for Deadpool 3 and what it brings and what it means. You know what I mean?
I think it's Deadpool funny as shit.
It is funny, but this one is, oh, man, I feel like this one's gonna be really good. I'm super excited for it.
Mm-hmm. We'll see when we get to it.
About a Venom 3.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen the preview for not preview, but they talking about. I think it is going to come out sometime this year because I think it's been like 3 years since the last Venom.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find out. I'm down for Venom 3. I'm dark.
Yeah, it's like your lights went out. There you go.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you now. Before you were in the shadows. It was like you were setting us up for something like looming and dark.
I hope not.
You're back.
I think it's just my camera.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, it's just I'm clicking off of stuff. I'm trying to X out of things.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Sorry. All right. You had mentioned one of mine earlier. I want to see the new Ghostbusters. I want to see what that's about. I think that Sonic's coming out this year, and hopefully they do okay with that one. We already talked about Kong and Godzilla. I'm not mentioning that, but I think my big one, this is pretty much to be it for me, is another Lord of the Rings movie.
Yes.
It's called the War of Rohirrim or something like that. Rohirrim. Something around there.
I love the Lord of the Rings movies.
I'm a fan of all that, especially the Hobbits. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Chef movies.
I'm excited for that one. I am not only an action movie girly, but I love epic movies too. So I love like what's the name? Oh wait, one of my favorite movies is 300. Like, of course I like action in 300, but I also will sit through Lord of the Rings forever. I will watch all of them, all the Hobbit movies, and sit for however many hours I need to, and I'm like glued and can watch them more than once.
What's that?
Like the Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
I have to watch them more than once and just sit through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's an amazing franchise of movies. The Hobbit is better than like the actual Lord of the Rings stories to me. It was more personal. I felt like the adventure was better. In the Lord of the Rings, there's so many different stories going on. You got the elves, you got the hobbits, you have the dwarfs, you have the magicians. Then you're talking about all the big ugly face things or whatever the case is. There's so many different things going on. Where the Hobbit story focuses on the Hobbit, but it also focuses on the dwarfs and what they were all doing together, along with Dumbledore's cousin. Like, oh, cool. They motherfuckers are like twins.
Right. Did you watch the prequel series that came out on Prime for Lord of the Rings?
What is it?
The prequel series. It's like a Lord of the Rings prequel that was on Amazon Prime. Let's see if I can figure out the name of it. Did you watch it?
No.
Hold on, I'll tell you the name. It's on Amazon. It's a series. It's called The Rings of Power. And it's on Amazon Prime.
Rings of Power?
The Rings of Power.
Never heard of that.
You should watch it. It's on Prime. You'd love it.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
I'm excited for Beverly Hills Cop. Where they're bringing back Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy. Foley. Did you? Is it just me being old, and that's why I'm excited about it? I'm excited because
The happiness.
I love Beverly Hills Cop. All the old movies, and so I'm excited about them bringing this back.
So
I'm old, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm old, and I'm excited about Beverly Hills Cop. It was so funny.
here,
Somebody else, but they were like, "I ain't never seen that." And I was like, "Oh, my bad." I'm my age.
So here goes a good movie for Marcus because it's probably gonna be real. I don't know, it might be cool, but I say go ahead and watch it. They're coming out with a Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh fuck! Why didn't they already make a Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
It's a part 2.
No, why? Why do we need this?
They said we're gonna get this. We're gonna make you hate Winnie the Pooh. So, you have that. Also, Blade 2. Blade is coming out. It's supposed to be a remake.
Yeah,
But I don't know if that's a Netflix or what's the name story.
It's
with
Marvel. It's with Marvel.
Okay, but I think it's going to either come out later on this year, if not early next year, or sometime next year. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be ahead of the curve with it too. But I seen Blade on the list.
There's so much talk back and forth because it's Mahershala Ali in it, and there was the writer's strike, and so there was a pause on the movie, and so there's
so they could have pushed it then. Okay,
that it can be pushed, but like it was introduced in Eternals. The voice you hear at the end of Eternals is Blade. That's why I said like watch the movie and then watch what like that little Easter egg of that voice in the background, like what that was introducing for the next phase of Marvel. So good. Marcus was saying after that travesty of a movie Coming to America 2, Eddie needs to stop with continuing on movies. I'm a little scared too because I felt the same. I didn't hate Coming to America 2. It just
that shit sucked.
I didn't hate it completely.
That was a horrible movie.
No, it's still in talks. Blade is still in talks, actually. They haven't canned it yet. I think they just have been going back and forth, and especially with that writer's strike, and it's just like nothing's set in stone yet, which is crazy. Like we don't have a date for it to come out. We need it. I know there's a Blade. Is it a game that just came out? Did y'all see that? A Blade game?
Probably. I think that I don't know. It's a lot of movies that's just to be look forward to this year. I might be out of movies at this point. I'm like kind of looking now to kind of peek and see. Yeah, it ain't looking too hot. So it look like we done ran out of it, but
right.
Let's do part. So while we got these last 13, 14 minutes, I got a little fun thing we can do.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
And we'll categorize it. What was the best Justice League movie? Not Justice League movie. I'm sorry. Avengers movie.
You know how I feel about answering this, Mike. I have no favorites, if anything. But if I have to pick one, oh fuck, this is hard. Damn. Gosh, I don't know. I'll say this. I loved Civil War. Endgame is amazing. So I have a top 5. Endgame is in my top 5. Civil War is amazing. It's with Captain America and Iron Man going back and forth. I loved oh fuck, why can't I think of it? Did the Stella Rose affect my brain? Because the way I can't
don't blame the Stella.
Killing me.
I'm gonna name all the Avengers. You got Endgame, you got Infinity War,
Doctor Strange,
Age of Ultron. Come on, damn it, show me all the movies.
Doctor Strange.
Why didn't that was your favorite?
That I've watched that like several times on repeat. 1 and 2. I love both of them. But I'm gonna go with Endgame, Civil Wars, Doctor Strange, and of course Black Panther. How could we not love Black Panther? The first one was amazing. The second one was also good.
Mhm. Well, they're supposed to be doing another. I think the next Avengers is it's the Kang Dynasty or some shit like that.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's slated to be
But
King Dynasty.
they had to pause it because of the situation.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, you've got this, you've set us up for Kang Dynasty, and now we have to scramble to try to figure out how to recast this character. And who do we recast him with? Yeah,
Mhm.
Secret Wars. I need them to get it together. Like, I need
There's a bunch of it's stuff just coming up. It's stuff that's coming up. So they'll find out and see. But
What's your? Do you have a favorite Avengers movie?
it was Age of Ultron for a while.
Oh, that was a good one.
I really thought it was
I
dope.
can't pick just one.
Yeah. But I think that Infinity War really was emotionally. I've never been seen a movie emotionally take the breath out of everybody the way
Endgame.
that one did. Infinity Wars. That was the one when he snapped his fingers.
True. That was hard.
When
but
he snapped his fingers, that was tough. That ending just I
It
just think
was.
that go ahead.
But that one was tough. But I think I cried hardest when Tony Stark died. When I tell you,
Yeah, that was that.
when I tell you, I don't cry, but I was like, I don't know if I can fight back these tears. This is hard. I was hurt.
Yeah, that one, I think that was very, very emotional when Iron Man passed and his the Tony Stark character being ended.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't happen in the actual story. But I'm not going to geek out.
Oh no. Right,
yeah. When he snapped his fingers and you watch like Black Panther disappear like that, when he was trying to
Spider-Man disappearing. Ooh.
Spider-Man's emotional when he was like, begging what's the name to help him, and
Yes,
he wanted his aunt and all this other stuff, his Aunt May, and like that part was crazy. Just watching everybody disintegrate, and the movie ended quiet. It didn't end like all theatrical and shit. It just ended, and just credits was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And you just sitting there like, the fuck, like yo, like you don't know. That movie made everybody shut up. I think there wasn't a single person talking, unless it was a baby crying, which shouldn't have been there. Like, that's about it.
You're right. No, it's just so hard for me to pick like one favorite when it comes to when it comes to anything. But when it comes to Avengers movies and Marvel movies, it's hard for me to pick one that's my favorite. Because I have a hard time picking a favorite anything though. That's just me.
Okay. All right, so we asked that question. I'm gonna go to this one. This is a fun one. This is usually like the fun ones to talk about. Give me just your top 5 all-time movies.
Movies? Ooh.
That's hard for you too, huh?
Yeah. So I think I had mentioned in one of my TikTok lives that I used to say that Braveheart was my favorite movie. And so I'm going to give it an honorable mention because I watched Braveheart, I don't know how many times in my life with Mel Gibson, a gazillion times, like a gazillion. I'm a huge fan of The Harder They Fall, of course.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies. I've watched it a ton of times. I don't know why I love the movie so much, but I do. It's so good to me. Shit.
You don't even cuss like that, and this is funny that cuss word.
I know it's hard. Like it's hard for me to. I think because I love movies in general, it's so hard for me to like pick favorites.
I'll go if you want me to go first.
I think. Oh no, I'll keep going. Oh,
okay.
There's a I got to think of the actual name of it because there's several versions of King Arthur movies. But there's one in particular that I've watched a gazillion times. Hold on, and I'll tell you why. I love it. It's got Charlie Hunnam in it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's King Arthur, Legend of the Sword with Charlie Hunnam. and Guy Ritchie is the director. I love Guy Ritchie movies in general, but that's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it several times on repeat. So I'm trying to think of movies that I can watch like over and over again and never get tired of it. Also 300 is one of my favorite movies too.
300 was the shit.
Love
That was the shit.
Yeah.
They died very sad too. So
Yes.
we got bunched up and ate and just got
Ooh, those are
chilled.
good too.
Event Horizon, The Crow, Moonwalker. Okay. What else you got? What's that, 3?
For me? What
Yeah.
did I say? I said I love so I mentioned Doctor Strange because I really do love that one.
Okay. So Doctor Strange is one, and then you said
Braveheart.
you said you moved that out the way. That was an honorable mention.
Yeah, but I'm gonna list it because I feel like if you watch it,
If you watch
every
that movie
time
1,000 times, then yes, you're gonna have to.
yes, and every time I watched it, I found something because it's a long movie, but I found something that I missed, and I still loved it equally, and I cried
Mhm.
every single time I watched it. I love Guy Ritchie films, and that's why King Arthur is one of my favorites. I love that one, and then I think I said 300, so that's 4. So that's 4 that I mentioned. Oh, and The Harder They Fall. I said that one too. I love that one too. But I'm
Yeah.
sure as I'm thinking, I'll probably pick up another one that I those are just ones recently that I've like watched on repeat.
Right.
Like watched several times in a row.
Got you. All right. So mine's Jurassic Park 2, Lost World.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites. I don't know why. Just watch that movie all the time. Damn it. Fifth Element is my all-time favorite movie. I'm a big Fifth Element person.
That was a good one. Yeah. Ooh, Everything Everywhere All at Once was good.
I'm not gonna say Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I do love that movie, but it's not one of my all-time favorites. But it's something. The Sandlot. There we go. I was thinking of like that movie that came out of Generation. The Sandlot. I like a lot of kitty shit that I grew up with. Just is what it is with that. Tron. The second Tron. Not the first one, but the one that came out probably like 10 years ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That one. And I got one more. I would say, even though Infinity Wars was my favorite, I think that Avengers Endgame might be my overall favorite out of all of them. Yeah. So they're my top 5 movies.
Have I seen The Lighthouse? Hold on. Let me
I've heard about that movie. That's an older movie.
Maybe. Let me look at it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Wait, where can I watch it?
They usually have it on the side where you can see, like,
Is it William Dafoe in it?
Yeah, that's the movie with William Dafoe. That's that movie. Unless it's another one. Yeah, but I think that's the movie that he's talking about in particular. That they are talking about in particular. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I'm gonna put the because it looks interesting just off looking at the what I'm looking at right here. Hold on. The Lighthouse.
You know, movie I got. Oh my gosh, I got pushed into watching.
What is it?
The fucking Notebook.
Did you like it, Mike?
That shit was sad as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did you cry, Mike?
I almost cried like a bitch. Like I turned the other way. Was like, yeah.
I have a confession.
What's up?
I've never watched The Notebook.
Yeah, you gonna cry.
I'm not a romantic kind of person.
It's not even that it was romantic. It was just he was so it's romance, right? But it's the way he was in love with this woman. Like,
yeah,
she had dementia, and she was forgetting she was forgetting like everything. He had to keep telling her stories. He literally forced it. He didn't have to go into a nursing home or nothing like that. He was completely healthy, but she wasn't. And they had kids and stuff like that. And he left his kids to go be with her. He literally went inside the nursing home to stay with her. And he would just read stories to her all day and tell these stories like as if he was speaking from another perspective, as if it wasn't her.
Oh God,
Yeah. So that part that made it a little bit more cute. It was like how they passed away that made it sad.
yeah,
And she passed away, and then he died. They died at the same time, but everybody's like, "Oh, that shit was cute." And it's like, it is cute, but it's like, how did he die? I'm like, damn, did he die from like a heartbreak or something like that? Like, is that what it was? That she
Yeah.
actually passed away? Like, because these two were stuck to each other like glue. Like,
yeah.
that just
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll watch it. I've never been interested.
do it and be brave.
What do you mean do it and be bored? I'm sorry. That's how I feel about love stories. Like, well, pass. I hate rom-coms and all that stuff. I don't like mushy. Blow something up. Sorry.
I get you. I understand.
But not always. Because if I just watched Maestro and nothing's being blown up and I loved it, and it's probably for most people might be boring because nothing's happening. But it's like I said, it's such a beautifully shot movie. It's so good. It's still worth a watch.
This could be the last question I got asked. I'm gonna see how you answer this.
Okay.
What is the most disappointing overhyped movie you've ever seen? Like when the movie was coming out, they were like, "Oh, this is gonna be that work," and then when you watched it, was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Man, I'm sure there are plenty. Off the top of my head, I know Quantumania is definitely one of them. Like I was so underwhelmed by that. I feel like I was just having this conversation with my daughter about a movie recently, and I can't think of what it was.
That was an overhyped movie for you? That was
okay. Because everyone was so excited about it. Like everyone was like ready for Quantumania. I think for the same reason we were all waiting to see how they were going to bring in King the Conqueror, and it was so like. Well, I remember when it came out, everyone was like, basically, have you seen it? Have you been to the movie to see it? Like, tell me, have you seen it? And I didn't go to the movies to see it.
I had people tell me that, like, oh, it was good, and then I watched it. I was like, okay, it was mid. Like, it was very much mid.
I was just like, meh. Also, I'll say the same thing for Thor, the last Thor.
I thought that shit was hilarious. I'm sorry. When that fucking them things that was screaming and making all that noise.
Don't get me wrong. There were moments where I laughed.
Well, if it was like, ah, like yo, yes, I was fucking.
There were moments where I laughed, but then I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what are we doing? Have we lost our direction? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, is Thor becoming more of a comical character than like a superhero? Like, what are we?"
But he kind of always was like. I think his character changed after the second Thor. The second Thor didn't do as good as the other one, so maybe they was trying to change it up a little bit. Like, and that was the part right there. If you're trying to change the character up and do something different with him, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's taking also. So I get it. But like, especially when the movie first began and they were in that initial war and he was in the splits randomly, and I was like, I didn't know how to take it. Like, it made it seem like a joke as opposed to the God of Thunder. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
You can't take him serious because he ain't taking himself serious. I got it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just had mixed feelings about it. Like I was so excited for it, and then I watched it and I was like, I don't know what's happening right now. Like, I don't know how to feel.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So to finish it out, I would say the one that did it for me probably was like Miami Vice. It had The Rock and fucking.
I don't think I saw it.
It had The Rock and what's the name in this movie? No, not Miami Vice. What the fuck was it called? Was it Miami Vice?
Wait,
oh my god!
The second Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was a little bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a lot of bad. It's between that and that very. It's between. I think it was Miami Vice, or it was something with Miami something, and it was The Rock and Oh my god, how the fuck am I forgetting his name? Marky Mark. What the hell is his actual name?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. There we go. It was dumb too in that movie. And they was like really doing like some serious drugs and stuff like that. It was real weird. Like, yeah, it was a bad movie. And it's between that and I ain't gonna lie to you, that very first Justice League movie. That was a really bad movie. I didn't like
Which
it.
which I was also super excited for. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Also,
they hurt my heart.
Superman. Batman versus Superman, I struggled through. Like I'm sorry, Marcus. I know you like that one kind of.
Don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
But when I tell you I struggled, I don't know when I finally reached the end of that movie. I think I fell asleep on it every time I tried to watch it. It also was so dark, you know what I mean? Like darkly lit also, you know what I mean? So I think that also made it harder for me to like get through the movie, but I couldn't get through the end. It just didn't keep me, you know, captivated enough to actually watch it all the way through the end.
Right.
And I had to just keep watching it so that I could make it through the end of the movie. Like I found myself watching it over and over again, trying
overextending yourself to make sure the movie was good.
To try to see if I could get to the end and if it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a struggle right there. Fuck it. Well, all right. Well, we have reached the climax. So you know, that was too much to say.
I feel like you knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, just a little bit. We reached it. So, but all right, next week's topic is going to be about something. We got a couple that's coming through. Thank y'all for watching. The people, you know, the good people for showing up. Everybody, that is our local residents people. We have our neighborhood thought Marcus, like, you know.
Marcus, I did not call you the neighborhood thought. That is not me. That is Mike and Mike only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take the hit for that. But yeah, so make sure that y'all stop through next time. Good topics, good everything. I'm still doing my little contest for the rose for the Valentine's Day. I'll give away a good rose for everybody. You know, somebody ain't gonna be able to use it. So
get ready, ladies.
Y'all better shit. Pay some money for them motherfuckers. But all right. We are out of here. We will catch y'all next time. I'm not doing no exit drink. I'm just going to end it.
Bye,
I don't have nothing to say. Bye, hoes.